Hey guys, Jess here from Knockout Print Shop. I've got a video for you. It has been over 6 months. If you watched my last video, which was about the 2024 Makselife Planner review, you know I was saying it's been a while since I've done videos. So I don't plan to go back to doing regular videos. My life doesn't really allow for that. I don't have room for weekly videos like I used to, but I thought since I've got my camera equipment out and I did my Makselife 2024 review, I would take a minute to do a little update and kind of walk you through how I've been using my planner, how things are going in my world, and kind of just say, hey. So, all right, so where do I start? Basically, let me just flip my planner open. I'm gonna flip, where are we at? What's today? I don't even know. This is this week. My iPad is not working to show me where, if I'm in frame, so here we go. So, it is September of 2023 and I am currently unemployed. So we still have the print shop. Matt primarily runs the print shop. My sole responsibility at this point is our weekly emails and our monthly reports. Other than that, Matt runs the print shop. As some of you know, if you've followed us for any length of time, September 15th was the Knockout Print Shop's 8-year anniversary. I can't even believe it's been a thing that long. And just like any business, reaching that long of a duration has its ebbs and flows. You know, print shop started off as a little tiny side hustle thing, picked up steam for a few years. It was really, really great. And it enabled us to leave Chicagoland and move south. And that was our full-time only source of income for a couple years until 2 years ago when I did get my job in my local community. So I had that job for 2 years and I recently quit. So I am currently unemployed and looking for a job. I'm looking for a job in project management. I've realized over my time of owning businesses and recently working at an entrepreneur center and doing a bunch of different things there, from marketing to program coordinating to business coaching, that what I truly, really enjoy is managing projects and helping companies get things done, be more efficient, organize projects, things like that. I mean, clearly I like organizing. I've been a planner nerd for a long time. So I am on the job search and my planner usage and my life has changed a little bit. So right now the print shop is pretty much a side hustle. It's giving us a little bit of income. And thankfully, because of our financial situation and how we've saved over the years and we have a debt-free life and spent a lot of time kind of getting into this financially healthy, stable position, I am able to not work for a short period of time and hopefully find a job sooner than later, and we will be okay. So without going into all the details, that's where I'm at. So yeah, life is different right now. I'm spending basically every single day on LinkedIn, job searching, researching, resume writing, all of that. It's been an interesting thing because as a person that has been self-employed almost my whole entire life, the past 2 years, like I said, I had a full-time job. That was kind of like the first time I had a real full-time job in quite a while. And that job I got really through just like kind of networking and stuff like that. And I didn't even need a really legit, robust, good resume. So I had just kind of like a resume I threw together as a formality because I already had the job. So that was different. And then, you know, before that, it was the print shop. It was my gym, being a personal trainer. So I have to go back way, way, way like past when I graduated from graduate school in 2004 and, you know, had a resume to get my first jobs as a psychotherapist and things like that. And when I worked in the field and had a couple jobs in the field for 5 years, and then I was self-employed and for, you know, until 2 years ago. So it's been really interesting to get back into like the real job market and write a resume. So it's been quite a labor of love. So hopefully I will find something. Anyways, all of that to say, print shop is still a thing. I can't believe it's 8 years old. It gives us a little bit of, you know, cash flow and spending money here and there. And we don't plan on shutting the shop down. We have always said we will ride the wave until it crashes. So it's kind of on autopilot at this point. We haven't been introducing new products because as we've done that in the past couple of years, new products have not really taken off. So we've just kind of stayed with our foundational products that you guys like and buy often and all of that stuff. So that's kind of where we're at with that. We are on the fence if we are going to do Inkwell Press this year. I have not heard a peep. Today is Thursday, the 21st of September, and I have not heard anything from Inkle Press on their planner launch. It was really weird. Last year they launched it, but then like she did reveals after the fact. As you guys know, we're not on social media anymore, personally or professionally. So I sometimes try to creep from my desktop into Instagram to see, like, without logging in, if Inkle's putting anything up, and I have yet to see anything. I'm on their mailing list. I've not heard anything. So I don't know if Inkle's doing anything. If they do, we may launch kind of, our main products in their new colors, but that kind of remains to be seen. We did make some money off of Inkle Press products last year, or this year, I should say, 2023's colors. But it is just really trickled off, and Makselife and Hobonichi have been really the main product collections that have done well for us. So we're not really sure what we're going to do with Inkwell. Once she launches her planner, if she launches a planner for the next year, we will decide then. But our customer base, as far as people that like the Inkle Press product collections, has really dwindled as Tanya has evolved her company. So that's kind of where we're at. At this point, I don't have any new Makselife stickers I can imagine that we're launching. I think our collection is pretty robust and complete. But if there's specific things you guys think we're missing, that maybe more people would want, we are open to ideas. We likely won't do something that's so niche that only a few people would want. But if you guys have something that's glaring, like, oh, you guys should really have this. I love, this is definitely missing from the collection, and I can see that lots of people would want that. There's that. Okay, so that's life update. What else? We still have the farm. We've got chickens. We've got a little flock of sheep. That stuff's all going well. We've been doing some home remodeling, so that's been taking a lot of time and resources and things like that. So everything's going really well. It's quite a time of transition. But all of that to say, we'll talk planners now. So I have been consistently using my 2023 Makselife Vertical Planner every single day since January 1st. And it was kind of my goal this year to use this planner religiously for the whole entire year in like the max capacity that I could, as far as like doing as many of the things that are built into the goal system as I like wanted to and had, could. Let me see, how many minutes are we in? Let's see. Oh, only 7. I'm doing pretty good. So I have been very consistent with how I've been using the planner, what I've been putting into the planner, doing the monthly reflections, setting my goals, all of that, every single week, month. I've got a few little things I've missed here and there, but for the most part, I've been really, really consistent. And so I want to kind of talk you through it. So basically, I started off this year in my Makselife Vertical. The only thing I think I didn't do in this planner, which is hilarious because I have everything else in here, I didn't do my assessment in here. I did my assessment in my companion notebooks because I was thinking if I ever changed between planners throughout the year, which I've often done, like started with Moxie, went to Inkwell, blah, 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 that I wanted to have a central place for my goal setting stuff. So I did my assessment and my initial kind of intention work in my Makselife companion notebooks and never transferred it over. So like that's kind of the thing that's missing in here. But other than that, everything else has been in here. So I did, put all my annual goals in here and all of that. So just to kind of, it's not the end of the year, but just to kind of give you a quick glance through, I've been using my like trio of bookmarks. So this is my vision ones where I put it in the annual goals section. And I've basically been using the Makselife highlighters and my InkJoy gel pen. And that's been my main things. A few stickers here and there that you'll see. But I've been doing all the things, and I've gotten a lot done. We have about just over a quarter left of this year. A lot of, I use the yellow section for farm and stuff like that. A lot of that's gotten done. Career's been a weird one. I remember the beginning of the year, I didn't have too much. The only thing I really wanted to do was read this book that I found called The U Map to help me figure out what was next. I had an inkling that I was going to quit my job this year, and I didn't know what to do next. So, and I read the book, and then I took I think it's called the Gallup Strength Test. And then I had on here like write resume, update LinkedIn. And I started to figure out what I wanted to do. I was like, project management. And I was like, there's like that Google Coursera course. And I had added this thing on here. And it's like one of those things I started adding the beginning of the year. And I'm like, it's just going to sit there. I'm not really going to do it. But then little step by little step, I started to chip away at it. And I'm like, oh my God, I quit my job and I'm going to I'm going to have a new job. So it's always one of those things to me when I write down annual goals, even if I don't like attend to them and look at this every day, as I do little things, you know, week by week, month by month, I start to go, oh my God, I actually did do this. I did tell myself I wanted to write my resume and get a new job. At the beginning of the year, I had no idea what that was going to look like. It started with read this book and take this test and start working on your resume and LinkedIn, like kind of put yourself out there. And as these steps kind of progressed, the whole thing evolved, seemingly unintentionally, but I guess it really was intentional. But at the time, it seemed so far-fetched. Like, no, you know, even though I'm not 100% happy with my job, it's like uncomfortable and blah, blah, blah. Getting a new job, it all just seemed so scary and foreign to me. So my ramblings about this are to say, you know, I don't think this goal of like quitting my job and getting a new job was too lofty. I mean, I don't have a new job yet, so maybe it was too lofty, but it was attainable. And I didn't know what was truly going to happen if I put it here. But I think putting down my goal and slowly but surely attending to it, not perfectly, that over time it does happen. So my point is, you know, when you set realistic goals and you kind of break things down and slowly but surely kind of let them evolve, as long as you're taking steps, things will start to unfold the way they're supposed to. Okay, without getting too deep, we'll leave it there. So that's kind of evolving. I'll probably do more of an assessment of like in-depth life areas when I do my end of the year, new year kind of setup thing. Building connections and communities going, okay. It's kind of challenging and always been challenging for me and for Matt, especially now living in a more rural community and both like not having regular jobs. So anyways, fun and adventure. Okay, we're not super good at that, but we enjoy our life, so kind of like life is fun. Getting through with like a lot of health stuff, doing a lot of like this area of physical environment's usually pretty empty, but we've spent a lot more time finally after getting some stuff done in the farm, putting our efforts and our finances inside the house, and done some really nice things that's made the house more our home after a couple of years. So there's that. Okay, so basically, guys, I've been using it consistently. Basically, while I was employed, I was using my month view to just write down like the events we had at work. I was tracking when to change my contacts, and like when I was going out with friends, I was highlighting that in purple because that was a goal, like do one friend thing a month, haircuts, stuff like that. So that was all good. I was doing, you know, my monthly goal setting. You can see that. Weekly goal setting with my highlighters. And I played with different like ways I was doing my planner. In the beginning of the year, I wasn't color coding tasks. I was just like putting them by, I think, the color of the month or whatever color I felt. But my goal was every single day to put a weather icon and how many eggs our chickens gave us. And then it was to write a highlight from that day. So that was something I was super committed to. And I've been doing that. And then habit tracking here. So you can see January. And then I started to go, okay, maybe I need to color code like work stuff, home stuff, and color coded my highlights based on what area of life the highlight came from. And that just like kept going. And I did my monthly reflection. So again, here, the other thing I started in February to add in was this using the Makselife little like stencil bookmark thing and to track when we changed chicken or added chicken feed. Again, friend stuff, appointments, like just different things like that, color coded. Same thing, goals. So this is just a repeat. Again, then I start just color coordinating my tasks with whatever area of life the task has to do with, and I started to use the stencil to kind of outline the checkbox, and then I'd highlight it. And appointments, again, up here when I was working, obviously. At one point I was tracking how many sweets I had because I felt like I was eating too many sweets. Yeah, so I tried putting lines in this time. But anyways, you can see, I'm just going to like kind of flip through, and you can see how things went. I started highlighting the habits over here based on what area of life the habit correlated with. Again, I was like pretty happy with the fact that monthly reflection, I was really using my planner thoroughly. You know, using it to note in color-coded way, different month-related things, appointments, events, contact stuff. That was a sticker obviously I used, friend stuff. So I could look, oh, okay, if there's a lot of purple, I did a lot of friend related things. If there's a lot of red, it was work related things. So you can kind of see how that looked. Tried lines again. The lines looked organized, but I never stuck with it. And then again, I could see like, okay, well, if there's a lot of yellow this week, I was doing a lot of farm, garden, like that kind of stuff. It just kind of gave me this instant glance of like, this week was really consumed with work or home or finance, stuff like that. So again, just gonna flip through and I'll point out if there's anything unique. I started using our transparent weather stickers there. Let's see, did my quarterly assessment. But again, our sheeps, when they lambed, I kind of noted that here. So there's a lot of farm stuff going on there. Did use a little doctor appointment sticker there. I think I tried this month to like try using stickers, like got a little footprint there for Remy, our dog. But for the most part, this really just worked for me. I was tracking, like we were selling our eggs in town. So track that, but I liked the fact that I could just easily color code things and see at a glance what was going on. So you can just see this has been how things went for the whole time. Highlighting birthdays just by like tracing it around. Matt's mom came, so just different things in the month view to just take things at a glance. But mostly this system really did work for me. I accidentally highlighted things the wrong color, so that happens sometimes. Sometimes using boxes to kind of like chunk out different events here. You can see here and there I tried to put lines in here to break up sections, but that did not work because I liked the more fluid ability to kind of like use the space that I needed. So usually what I do is I put my time-based things here and then give a line, like a gap, and then I start listing work stuff. Because that was like my priority for the day, again, when I had a job. And then print shop stuff went down here. That's why it's also red. And then the middle section would end up being a mix of like green for finance stuff, yellow for farm, blue for health, so stuff like that. That's kind of how that worked out. But I did my reflections every month. So now we get into the summer, you can see all that. Day off, I just put that. But I did a really good job for the most part. I'm pretty proud of myself for sticking with all this stuff. Often you'll see an empty fun section because I don't know. Again, life is fun, but I don't like make a concerted effort to do specific things because fun falls in a lot of these categories for me. There's a lot of overlap. So yeah, you can just kind of see how it works. I've liked it. I haven't used a lot of stickers. I'm trying to look as I flip through this if there's anything else to note. Then we get into July, vacation week. So I took a vacation there, still working at this point. You can see how the vacation week looks. That got the orange for fun, so there you go. Looks like once in a while you'll see a day I forgot to put a highlight down. That happened maybe, I would say, less than 5 times. Same with like weather. There's probably about 5 times I forgot to put the weather and I didn't go back and look. But for the most part, I was really consistent. So yeah, still working here, still doing the same thing, highlights or habits on the side. I got my project management certification from the Google thing. You can see here, let's see. So yeah, I mean, this has been great for me. I got more, it just really helped me stay on track. It was so easy to use the planner this way with just a highlighter, a pen, a couple of little stickers, and it just worked. I don't use my month view a lot. Now I'm using it. Actually, I need to update this to track like the companies and when I'm submitting applications. So yeah, now we get into the month that we're in, and this changed because I quit my job. So this is the week I quit. My last day was here on Thursday, and everything in red going forward under work goes to now looking for jobs. So that's where I've kind of to do things a little bit different, because before you can see, that was a really work heavy day. Like this middle section where it would be like home, friends, farm, finances. It was just like a middle section, and the checkboxes, like they didn't have an order. Like sometimes it would be, gray next to blue. Sometimes it'd be yellow next to green. I didn't chunk out each category, but since I've been unemployed now what I've been doing the past couple weeks is chunking it out. So I start with the print shop at the bottom, and that's in red. Then I have like a line or two for farm stuff, then a line or two for finance. Then this is like job stuff, where I applied, what I'm working on. Then we kind of get into home, and then either health or family and friends. So I've kind of created like a sections without writing lines. It's worked and not worked because sometimes I have more or less than I make room for, but I do kind of like having that organization. This has helped me make sure I'm just like getting things done. I like routine. Routine helps me stay productive, especially in this time when I'm like kind of feeling a little bit lost. But this has helped. And then the same thing here. You can see that's how this week has gone. I ran out of my weather stickers, but it's been partly sunny all week. So as soon as I have Matt print me some, I will fill that in. But that's basically it, guys. That's how I've been using my planner. I do miss doing stickers sometimes, but I have to say I'm so in a routine with just the highlighter, the pen, a few stickers here and there. It's just worked for me. I'm curious to see what I do next year with, if I'll dive back into my stickers and things like that. I may very well do that because, again, I have a whole stash of stuff and sometimes I do miss using it. And I'm not sure what my life will look like once I get a job and how use of my planner will evolve. So, but I am really proud of myself for being consistent with the things I wanted to do in the planner. Track daily eggs from our chickens, track daily weather, track daily highlights, do my monthly reflections, do my goals every week. And again, even if they're not massive things, it's like, I don't even know, pay my American Express. Like just to be on top of it, this has really helped me get more done than I even thought I was going to be able to do as far as our home renovations, quitting my job and looking for a job and getting my project management certification. So I don't know if I can accredit that to Moxie in the system, but I will say having this all in this book on my desk probably did help versus having it in a bunch of random places. And it just kind of reinforced every week this was my process. On Fridays, I would go through and go, okay, let me get some of my stuff that I need to know. Like, let me start setting up my weekly actions and let me go into my weekly spread and note, some of this I've already done, like note things that are happening, whether they're time-based or tasks that have to happen on a certain day, and just getting myself in this really structured routine of using my planner. 1 quarter left and this book will be full. So that's pretty cool because usually I change, and I'm pretty happy with the Makselife. There's sometimes things I miss about Inkwell. I do like Inkwell's paper just a tiny bit better, but this is still really great paper. And as you guys have heard me say before, I like the width of the columns a little better in the Inkwell, but and the disc. I like my disc planner, but I'm not in love with like just Inkwell in general lately. It's just still not been my jam for a while. The colors are just the whole thing has kind of lost its appeal to me. So anyways, all right. I think that's enough of a ramble update. I've been talking to you guys for, a little bit. Like I said, I think in the last video, my Moxie review of if you haven't watched it, the new 2024 Moxie review unboxing, that's my previous video. I will not be going back to doing weekly videos. I just thought this was a great time to get a video or two filmed, update you guys, show you my planner. I probably won't make a video again until I go to set up my next year planner, unless something comes up, like we launch some kind of product or I have an update or something like that. But you guys can always keep in touch with us by shooting us an email at hello@knockoutprintshop.com. As you know, we are not on Instagram or Facebook any longer. We still have pages, but we do not interact on them at all. We don't use them actively. We just keep them there so people know that we exist, and it'll direct them to our website. And obviously here on YouTube, we're still here. So that's all, guys. I hope you're doing well, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.